Greetings, the Astro 30 here yet again, and welcome back to AEL. Now, if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, please consider going down below and doing so. That'll help me out immensely. Cheers. Today I'm going to look at a simple, basic, high school level type science experiment here. That is using an ordinary lead pencil, which are actually graphite, not lead, as a resistor, or to find out whether it can even be used as a resistor. Now, the graphite rod used in modern lead pencils like this one do have a certain amount of resistance between both ends. We'll notice the butt of the pencil, you can see the end of the rod there, and the sharpened end obviously has the rod sticking out. So between these 2 points there will be a certain amount of resistance. The amount of resistance depends on the length of the graphite rod, and the longer the graphite rod is, the higher the resistance will be, and the shorter the graphite rod is, the lower the resistance will be. So in this present form, let's find out what the resistance of the graphite rod is in this pencil. Okay, so I got my multimeter here in the screen propped up at a slight angle to try and reduce the glare. I don't know how well you can see it, but I will zoom in on it. So I'll take one multimeter probe and I'll just hold it to the sharpened end, and with the other probe I will touch the end of the graphite and let the meter range, and there we go. As we can see, we've got about 52.5 ohms there, or thereabouts. So excellent. Now comes the experiment. Take an ordinary piece of paper, in this case I'm using a notebook page, and we're going to scribble a small line of the graphite onto the paper, like that. And then we're going to take our multimeter probes, put one probe on one end of the line, the other probe on the other end of the line, and I don't know how well you can see that, but it's giving me a reading of 2.4 megaohms, or pretty close to it. It is varying a little bit. So why is the resistance of the graphite on the paper higher than the resistance of the graphite rod? The graphite rod inside the pencil is more compacted together as it's formed in the pencil, so the resistance is going to be lower because the bits of graphite are closer together. On the paper, however, the graphite is more spread out, so therefore the resistance is going to be higher. We can make the resistance of the graphite on the paper lower by simply darkening the line. That means adding more graphite, and probably changing direction as well, onto the paper. It should change its effective resistance. And now we measure it. We've got it down to more like 1.1 megaohm. Alright, so we go even further. Make it really dark. Measure it again. Now we're almost at like 800k. Well, the resistance has actually dropped down to around about 600k. But if we now move the red probe closest to the black probe, so we're going to move the red probe to the left, well, the resistance is going all over the place. But about there, we can see the resistance is actually dropping until we get the probes really close to each other. Well, we're down to about 150 kiloohms, thereabouts, but we've basically made a variable resistor. So I've got some various different lines already drawn on another page here, and a different type of graphite pencil. So this one, the variance of the resistance as I move the probe is much more linear, for want of a better term, on the longer and thicker bit of graphite here. And if I move to this other one down here, this smaller one, well, this one's only 260k, and as I move the probes, I can get that down to almost 29k. And this final smaller one down here, again around about 250k. Move the probes, and I can get around about 74k. It's a cool little experiment. However, it's not very practical. This is not really going to be that great of a resistor because it wouldn't be able to handle that much of current because, well, the paper itself has no resistance, and we'd expect it not to because, well, it's an insulator. So if you had current running through this piece of graphite at whatever it is, get a good resistance measure in here, say about 1 megaohm, well, depending on the voltage going through it, the amount of current is going to be pretty small anyway because of the resistance. Remember Ohm's law, the current, voltage and resistance are all related to each other. However, if you try to put too much current through this, what's going to happen? Well, you'll just end up burning the paper. So I'm going to do something I probably shouldn't. I'm going to take a DC power supply. I might actually take this piece of paper off of the notepad, and I might do this on my mouse mat just so I don't do anything stupid like burn the desk. I'm going to put one probe at one end of the graphite drawing, and I'm going to put the negative probe at the other end of the graphite drawing. And I'm going to set the power supply's voltage to 5 volt, and I'm going to set the current limit to the power supply to no more than about 5 milliamps because, well, I don't really want to start burning stuff down. I'm going to turn the load on, and we're actually now in constant current, which is interesting. As we can see, it's in constant current. The voltage is changing, but the resistance of that material, now it's just gone to constant voltage because it's just given up. The resistance of this material is not that precise. So I might up the current to 10 mA and see what happens. Straight into constant current. So the power supply is seeing this, for all intents and purposes, as a direct short. So I'm not going to do that anymore because I don't want to damage the power supply, and I definitely don't want to set things on fire. But there was no heat in that. But I'm going to check whether or not the resistance of the graphite has changed after having voltage through it. No, apparently not. It still has a resistance, but anything, really more than anything, it's probably gone higher. But using graphite as a resistor, it's not precise, and it's also not really viable. But it does actually prove that that graphite inside an ordinary lead pencil will actually act as a resistor. Anyway, I hope you found this video interesting. I certainly like doing these type of experimentation videos because this is what this channel is all about, is experimentation. And if you did, please go down below and give it a big like and leave a comment if you so wish, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. This is the Astro 30 saying, see ya, have a great day. Avoid burning your house down though.